Never mix lemon with these 3 common foods after 60. It can backfire badly, senior. Health tips. Lemons are widely known as one of the healthiest fruits on earth. They're packed with vitamin C, polyphenols, and compounds that can help reduce inflammation, boost immunity, and even improve skin texture. Many seniors use lemon daily in their tea, with fish, over vegetables, or in warm water to start the day. It seems like a harmless, even healing habit. But what if I told you that mixing lemon with just a few specific foods, especially after the age of 60, could quietly sabotage your digestion, your medications, or even your heart health? Today, we're diving into 3 food combinations that seniors should never mix with lemon, and more importantly, why. And don't worry, we'll also show you what to do instead after each one. You'll walk away smarter, safer, and feeling better about your food choices. Let's start with the first and possibly most common mistake. 1. Lemon plus milk, especially in tea, coffee, or cream-based dishes. This is one of the most popular combinations among older adults, and also one of the most overlooked dangers. Picture this. It's a chilly morning, and you're enjoying a hot cup of tea with lemon and just a splash of milk. You've been doing it for years. Seems innocent, right? But what's actually happening inside that cup and inside your body is more problematic than it appears. Lemon contains citric acid, which instantly reacts with casein, a protein found in milk. When they meet, this acid causes the milk proteins to curdle, forming soft clumps you can sometimes even see in your drink. This reaction is the same process used in cheesemaking. But in your digestive system, especially in older adults with slower gastric motility, this curdling can create heavy, gluey masses that are much harder to break down. Now, let's bring age into the equation. After 60, your stomach acid naturally decreases, a condition known as hypochlorhydria. This slows digestion and reduces your ability to fully break down proteins and absorb nutrients. So if you're already working with a weaker stomach environment, throwing in lemon-curdled milk can result in bloating, cramping, gas, or acid reflux, even if you don't connect the dots right away. And here's another important layer. Many seniors are on acid-blocking medications like omeprazole or pantoprazole. These drugs further reduce stomach acid, which means that your ability to handle tricky food combinations like this one becomes even worse. In some cases, chronic consumption of lemon with milk, especially in warm drinks, can also lead to repeated gastrointestinal irritation, which may show up as nausea, unpredictable bowel movements, or discomfort after meals. If you've ever felt like your favorite lemon tea makes you feel worse as you get older, now you know why. On top of that, certain dairy-sensitive seniors may have mild lactose intolerance they've ignored for years. When lemon is added to milk, it can accelerate the reaction and make symptoms more intense, especially in those who think their digestion was just slowing down with age. And let's not forget cultural habits. Many older adults were taught that lemon in tea is healthy, or that lemon milk drinks like hot milk with honey and lemon are good for colds. While they may provide temporary relief for sore throats, they're not ideal for digestion, and over time, they can contribute to more harm than help. Better tip: if you love lemon in your hot beverages, that's perfectly okay. Just keep it dairy-free. Enjoy your lemon in herbal teas like ginger, chamomile, peppermint, or plain black tea without milk. If you want a creamy drink, have it separately and never add lemon to it. For example, enjoy warm milk with turmeric or cinnamon at night, and save your lemon water for mornings. This simple separation can make a huge difference in your digestive comfort, reduce inflammation, and keep you from unnecessary stomach troubles. You may notice within days that you feel less bloated, sleep better, and even lose that heavy post-meal fatigue. 2. Lemon plus iron-rich foods, especially if you take medications or have liver issues. Many people over 60 try to make healthier choices: more vegetables, less sugar, more hydration, better digestion. And in that journey, lemon often feels like a safe, even powerful ally. It's refreshing, rich in vitamin C, and has been recommended for decades to improve immunity, reduce inflammation, and even help with nutrient absorption. But what almost no one tells seniors is that adding lemon especially to the wrong foods can sometimes do more harm than good. One of the most dangerous and misunderstood combinations is lemon with iron-rich foods. You've probably heard that vitamin C helps the body absorb iron, and that's true in most cases. But once you turn 60, the way your body handles minerals, especially iron, starts to change, and that changes the rules completely. Lemon enhances the absorption of non-heme iron, which is the type of iron found in plant-based sources like lentils, beans, whole grains, spinach, and fortified cereals. That's why many older adults add lemon to their oatmeal, squeeze it over a bowl of beans, or stir it into smoothies that already contain iron-fortified ingredients. At first glance, this seems like a smart habit after all. Who wouldn't? Want better absorption? But here's the catch. If you're already getting enough iron through your diet or supplements, or if you're taking medications that affect your liver, blood, or thyroid, this helpful lemon habit might actually be raising your iron levels to unsafe territory. Unlike certain vitamins that the body flushes out when there's too much, iron doesn't leave easily. It accumulates, and it often starts in the liver. In adults over 60, especially women who are no longer menstruating and men who never had a monthly iron release to begin with, iron tends to build up faster. The result is something called iron overload, a slow, invisible condition where excess iron begins to settle in organs like the liver, heart, and pancreas. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not dramatic, but it's damaging. People with iron overload often don't feel symptoms for years. They might notice fatigue, joint pain, or a sense that something's off. But those symptoms are so easy to attribute to aging that most doctors don't even test for the real cause. Meanwhile, inside the body, iron is acting like rust on a car frame. It's causing oxidative stress, damaging tissues, and quietly raising the risk of things like cirrhosis, type 2 diabetes, arrhythmias, and even memory problems. What makes this even trickier is that many seniors are already on medications that affect how their body handles iron. Thyroid medications like levothyroxine, common blood pressure drugs, statins, and even antibiotics like ciprofloxacin can all interact with mineral metabolism. If you're taking any of these and also drinking lemon water or eating lemon with your meals, especially iron-rich ones, you could be unknowingly amplifying the effect, pushing more iron into your bloodstream at a time when your body can't manage the excess. And this isn't just theoretical. A large study published in 2018 in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology found that older adults with elevated ferritin, the storage form of iron, had a significantly higher risk of liver disease and joint degeneration. Many of these individuals had no idea they were getting too much iron. They weren't eating tons of red meat. They weren't taking giant doses of supplements. But they were making small, daily choices, like adding lemon to meals, that slowly pushed their iron absorption higher and higher over time. It's also worth remembering that multivitamins for seniors often contain both iron and vitamin C, a built-in version of this same risky combination. So imagine this. You start your day with an iron-containing multivitamin, a bowl of fortified cereal, and a glass of lemon water. You've just created the perfect storm for iron overload, and you don't even know it. Weeks go by, months pass, and the symptoms begin to pile up, not as anything obvious, but as slow, creeping fatigue, brain fog, stiffness in the hands or hips, blood sugar that won't stabilize, or lab tests showing elevated liver enzymes. And the worst part? If you tell your doctor you've been drinking lemon water every day and trying to eat iron-rich foods, they'll likely praise your habits, not realizing that, together, they're feeding the very problem you're trying to avoid. So what should you do instead? The key is not to fear lemon, but to time it wisely. If you're going to have lemon, have it separately from iron-rich meals. Drink lemon water in the morning, before breakfast, or in the evening before bed. Avoid pairing it with high-iron foods like red meat, beans, lentils, liver, or fortified cereals. Give your body at least 3 hours between these combinations, so it has time to handle each nutrient properly. And if you're taking supplements or medications that affect iron levels, ask your doctor for a simple ferritin test. It's quick, inexpensive, and can reveal if your iron levels are creeping too high. In many cases, just separating lemon from certain foods can be enough to bring your levels back to normal. No need for drastic changes. No need to give up your favorite drinks. It's just better awareness, smarter timing, and the peace of mind that comes with protecting your body from something that could have gone unnoticed for years. For many seniors, that single shift, drinking lemon water away from iron-rich meals, can lead to better digestion, improved energy, and a surprising reduction in the little aches and fogs that seemed like just aging. Sometimes, the difference isn't in what you eat, it's in how and when. Better tip: if you're over 60 and eating iron-rich foods like red meat, beans, or fortified cereals, avoid pairing them with lemon, citrus fruits, or vitamin C supplements at the same meal. Instead, drink lemon water at least 3 hours before or after iron-heavy meals to give your body time to regulate absorption naturally. If you take multivitamins that include both iron and vitamin C, ask your doctor whether you truly need that combination, especially if you no longer menstruate or have a family history of liver issues. And once a year, request a ferritin blood test. It's the best way to catch silent iron overload before it causes permanent harm to your joints, liver, or heart. Just separating lemon and iron in your routine can restore energy, ease joint pain, and protect your organs without giving up any foods you love. A small change in timing can make a big difference in your long-term health. 3. Lemon plus seafood, especially when it's raw, improperly stored, or slightly spoiled. For many people over 60, seafood is one of the most trusted go-to proteins. It's light, easy to chew, heart-healthy, and often recommended by doctors for its omega-3 benefits. And nothing seems to complement a piece of grilled fish or a plate of shrimp quite like a splash of fresh lemon. It cuts the fishy smell, adds brightness, and for many, it's simply tradition. But that very tradition, the idea that lemon somehow cleans seafood or makes it safer, is where the problem begins. Because the truth is, lemon doesn't kill bacteria. It doesn't neutralize parasites. And it can't fix poor food safety. In fact, in many cases, it actually hides danger, especially for seniors with weaker immune systems. The acidity in lemon may mask the smell and taste of seafood that's beginning to turn, which means an older adult might eat something that's already borderline spoiled, thinking it's still safe. That's especially true with dishes like ceviche, marinated shrimp, or raw oysters served with lemon wedges. In these cases, the citrus gives a fresh flavor, but the food might not have been properly chilled, sourced, or stored. And while a younger person's body might bounce back from mild food poisoning with just a day of rest, a senior's immune system doesn't work the same way. After 60, your body produces fewer stomach acids. Your liver detoxes more slowly, and your gut barrier is more fragile. All of that means that even a small amount of bad seafood, especially masked by lemon, can lead to far more serious outcomes. In fact, data from the CDC shows that adults over 60 make up the majority of hospitalizations from seafood-related foodborne illness. These aren't just uncomfortable cases of nausea. They include dangerous bacteria like Vibrio, Listeria, and Salmonella, which can enter the bloodstream and cause long-term complications. Even mild reactions can include weeks of diarrhea, dehydration, electrolyte loss, and in some cases, long-lasting damage to the gut lining. And because lemon is acidic and sharp, it also speeds up digestion, meaning if bacteria are present, they can move into the small intestine faster, before your stomach has a chance to kill them off. There's also a false belief that lemon cooks fish, especially in cold dishes like ceviche. While it's true that the proteins in raw seafood appear to change texture when exposed to lemon juice, they firm up and look opaque. This is not the same as true cooking. Heat kills bacteria. Acid does not. It's that raw fish soaked in. Lime or lemon may look safe, but it's still raw. It wasn't frozen properly beforehand, or if it came from questionable sources. You're now consuming a live risk, and you've skipped the one step that actually protects you. Proper cooking. Seniors are also more likely to take acid-reducing medications like omeprazole or ranitidine, which reduce stomach acid even further, meaning you're now relying almost entirely on external food safety. And if that fails, there's little your body can do in time. Another risk involves pre-cooked seafood that's stored in the fridge for a day or two and then revived with lemon. Many older adults eat leftover salmon, shrimp salad, or seafood pasta cold and then drizzle lemon on top to freshen it up. But the truth is, citrus does nothing to prevent bacterial growth in leftovers. If the food sat too long in the temperature danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, bacteria may have already multiplied. Lemon doesn't stop this and might even give you a false sense of safety. Seniors who live alone or cook infrequently are especially vulnerable to this habit, thinking a quick dash of lemon is enough to make leftovers safe again. All of this doesn't mean seafood should be feared. Quite the opposite. It remains one of the most nutrient-dense, senior-friendly proteins. But the idea that lemon somehow protects you from bad seafood is a myth that needs to be broken. For people over 60, especially those with slower digestion or weaker immunity, trusting lemon as a safety net can lead to serious, even life-threatening consequences. The risk isn't always obvious. There may be no smell, no slimy texture, nothing to alert your senses. But if that fish wasn't cooked through, or if the shrimp sat out just a little too long, your body may pay a heavy price. And lemon won't. Stop that. It may just help the danger go unnoticed. Better tip. If you enjoy seafood, continue to eat it, but with smarter habits. Always make sure fish and shellfish are fully cooked, ideally to an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid raw or marinated dishes like ceviche, unless they come from a trusted high-grade source that follows strict safety protocols. Never assume lemon juice makes food clean or safe. It's a flavor enhancer, not a disinfectant. If you're eating leftovers, reheat seafood to a steaming temperature before serving, and only then add lemon for taste. For daily routines, enjoy lemon water or citrus in salads, just not as a substitute for food safety. These small steps can protect your digestion, lower your risk of foodborne illness, and help you keep seafood as a healthy, reliable part of your diet well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. If you've been adding lemon to your meals for years, you're not alone, and you're certainly not wrong to think it's healthy. Lemon has a well-earned reputation as a cleansing, uplifting, and vitamin-rich ingredient. But as we age, even healthy habits need a second look. The combinations we tolerated at 40 may not work the same way at 70. Our digestion slows. Our organs become more sensitive, and small things, like when we eat, how we mix foods, or what we trust to keep us safe, start to matter more than ever before. Lemon and milk can quietly disrupt digestion, especially in a gut that's already slower or under medication stress. Lemon and iron-rich foods can gradually build toxic levels of iron in the body, leading to symptoms that look like aging but stem from overload. And lemon and seafood, that most innocent, no traditional pairing, can mask food safety problems that your immune system may no longer be strong enough to fight off. None of this means lemon is bad. Far from it. But after 60, it's not just about what we eat, it's about how and when. It's about knowing that even good things, used the wrong way, can become hidden threats. The key is balance. Lemon is best when it supports digestion, not when it complicates it. It shines when it adds flavor, not when it disguises spoilage. It boosts nutrients when timed correctly, not when it interferes with your body's quiet struggle to maintain harmony. So don't throw away the lemons in your fridge. Instead, make them work for you, not against you. Use lemon water in the morning on an empty stomach. Avoid it with milk or dairy. Save it for salads, cooked fish, or herbal teas. And always trust your body if something suddenly stops sitting right, especially when the habit seemed healthy. Listening to your body, respecting your age, and adapting your routines is not giving in. It's taking control, because the truth is, after 60, the smallest adjustments can protect you in the biggest ways. And when it comes to lemon, a simple shift in timing or food pairing could mean fewer stomach aches, more stable energy, and even protection from deeper risks like liver overload or infection. You don't need to give up the things you love. Just understand them better. And sometimes that quiet understanding is the most powerful health decision you can make.